group of players, like you said, and you just put him in a gym, right? Not talking about accolades all time, anything like that. Is he the best shooter in that gym?
In my mindset, I think Steph would probably be the best, and you total the shots out, okay? So what you do is you total coming off screens, you total running the floor, pull-ups, and you total and you give him a number, right? So say he's a 8 coming off screen, whereas Dale Ellis was a freaking 10. I was a 9. That's what I did, right? But then if you go off the dribble, Steph might cap out at 10, right? If you go from 3, Steph might cap out at 10. So when you do all the numbers, Steph would probably be up here. You get me? But it'll be guys that are 9s. It'll be guys that's right there. So they're all in the bubble, is what I'm saying. But he might, like Klay Thompson, to me, has a prettier form than Steph. So he would get a bigger grade. He's better at coming off screens than Steph. Okay? So, after it's all said and done, on the number of shots, left-hand runners, all this stuff, Steph would probably top out.
Move.
Okay? That's how you would do it. But it's not going to be this huge separation with people saying that. And that's why I kind of push back.
EG.
Well, man, you said a lot of stuff right there, man. And there's one thing you said about, listen, I think you have a lot of validity to what you're saying. I disagree slightly about, the level of talk or the level of play for some of these individuals from both eras.
I want all that.
Could Steph survive in the 80s or 90s?
Without a doubt he could. He is an assassin.
He could. However, there's also that physical element that
this right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. It would have been tougher.
We could touch you back in our day. I can put my hand on your hip here and guide you.
Yeah. So it's a little bit different. But then vice versa. You take a guy like Dale Ellis or even yourself, and you put him in today's era with the freedom of movement, and maybe you guys are considered no.
Are you kidding?
No doubt.
Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my God! Are you kidding me, man? I wouldn't even be here right now, and if we had a podcast, we'd be at the Taj Mahal doing it. That's how much cake I had. That's how much cake I had.
Oh my!
If I can play in today's game, and I can catch the ball and turn and face a defender, and he can't touch me, man.
What would you average?
I would at least 28. Easy. Easy. Michael Jordan would have averaged 45.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Michael Jordan, I'm telling you right now, that's Michael Jordan love for you.
He would have averaged 20 on foul shots.
About 45 if he could turn and face you and you could not touch him. Are you kidding me? Dominique would give you 40 a game. Larry Bird would go to sleep and beat you.
Ooh.
It's a different way. And then you can't get in the guy's space. I can go up and shoot and you can't get in my space. Danny Ainge used to be in my jock strap. I go up and shoot and Danny Ainge. I'm like, damn, Danny, a little too close.
Well, AJ, you certainly feel you're feeling yourself right now. You were feeling yourself.
We're going into the new year.
You're feeling yourself last night. You made a quote that we immediately picked up on last night, talking about. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I don't know what I said, but I said something that had a very sexual overtone.
I did not get that one.
Okay, I had to kick myself
those just come and go at this point. That's a common occurrence.
But it was nasty. It was really grotesque.
You don't remember exactly what you said?
I do. I'm not saying it.
Oh, come on.
So,
man, it was grotesque.
So the one thing that you talked about was you were talking about Azubuike and how big he was, and you said, I used to be that big back in the day. No, you didn't.
That's not. You know what?
No, you weren't.
You go to pick.
No,
you go to pick one of the worst pictures.
Wait. We got some more. Look at you. I'll give you credit.
That's not even a good picture.
Come on, maybe a little ripped right there. But that's like you maxed out. Look at this. Is another one. He's a little ripped right there. But Listen, you were 6'7", 215.
6'8.5".
Oh no, not according to the stat guides at Illinois. At Illinois, EJ was 6'7", 215.
I just made it 6'7".
Azubuike is 7'1", 270. I don't know how you could compare yourself to the size of this man.
Man, that's the wrong picture. You gotta find.
Azubuike 7'1".
You gotta find the one. I'm in a Rocket uniform. Man, that's when you get, because on camera they can kind of get you on another angle where you can't. Man, but in college, see, you should have got the one in college.
I got some of those ones.
No, I was freaking, man. I was 230. I was walking around like a sumo wrestler.
This man was on an advertisement in college that I came across. Man, I wish I would have pulled it up. It was an Arby's. It was an Arby's commercial. It was an Arby's.
NIL was going on back then, but
giving this little
they were dropping money back then. They were dropping money down by my cars. I came out of a restaurant. One time I came out of a restaurant, man. I'm broke as I don't know what. That's why I say God is good, right? I ain't got no money. I come out of a restaurant. I can say this now. They can't get in trouble. They don't know who the alumni was. I looked down at the wheel of my car. Man, had a row of hundreds just like this. Like,
oh my God, man.
I'm rich. Oh man.
Whoever you are, whoever that alumni was, thank you. I needed that, couple of K. A couple of K lasted for a bit.
Man, they treat you guys good up there in the Midwest.
Nah, Illinois. I never asked anything from Illinois. There you go.
Yeah,
that's a good looking dude.
We're about to show you guys some images that we can see on the screen right now, but we're about to put them on. But we got the two advertisements, one for Arby's and then one of EJ flexing at the free throw line. About to show you right here real quick. But listen, man, I know you're very... Look at that. Look at that dude.
I mean,
damn, he was fucking huge, bro.
God, he's so handsome.
Oh my goodness, man! Hey, listen, you are pretty ripped right there in that free throw shot right there.
I had 3% body fat when I played.
Good God, man, for real?
Yeah. So every time I got hit, I could be out a week because I had no doctor say, Eddie, you got no fat. Like, well, that's just the price I'm gonna pay, man. Because I'm not.
I know you're very proud.
I don't know where it's gone.
You're still in shape, man.
No, I walked past the mirror the other day. I'm like, damn, what's that?
3% body fat. I don't think I've ever had 3% body fat since the day I was born. Like, there's just not. It has never happened. Yeah. The best shape I've ever been in was I was 6'2" in the military my first year, and I got down to 185. I was pretty ripped in, but it's been a long time since those days.
Yeah, man.
Well, hey, we appreciate you all joining us for another episode of Outside Shots. Hey, if you want to come out and check out, maybe we'll go see EJ at our next takeover. But come out, check out our takeover. Next one's against the Sacramento Kings, January 16th. We're gonna have a blast out there, lower level seats. And then after the game, maybe we'll swing by and say hi to EJ.
Yeah, come on by. I'll be down there. You won't miss me. I have my tight Italian suit on.
So check it out. You can go to gophnx.com, go to the events tab, and get yourself a ticket today. It's a fun time, free food and drink before the game, and we all mob together and we sit in the same section together. And it's all nothing but diehard Suns fans, man. It's a great time.
Yeah.
So,
but honestly, let me say this. Look, I want to wish everyone, a happy New Year. Like, we sit on this podcast and we talk and we, go at people or whatever, but I love everybody. I love the fact that you guys come on here and watch us. It's never personal. I think people that come up to me at the games, they know that.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about what I talk about. I have my own opinions, but I respect everybody. I don't hate on anybody. And I think that's the mentality I think that we have to take into the new year because...
Perfect. What did you get us?
With the click of a pen, you can get a new Volkswagen at the Sign Then Drive event. Sign today, and you're off in a new Volkswagen during the Sign Then Drive event.
The journey to becoming a University of Phoenix student is easier than you might think. There's no application.
Hey, KD, one of the most...
No. Love gang. Love
The
gang.
Pat Bev Pod with Ron. Before we say anything else, subscribe to the podcast.
Wow, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
What?
Love gang.
Before you say anything else, Merry Christmas.
Okay, wow, you're right.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Now
Christmas.
subscribe to the podcast.
Yeah, now that we've gotten the niceties out of the way,
Right.
one thing was important, and that's the birth of our beautiful baby Jesus. But the other thing that's important is that you subscribe to the pod.
Yeah.
We love you guys. It's the best and easiest way that you can support us.
Straight up.
Subscribe to the pod, like the videos, comment, turn on notifications.
Hey, now, and we got the, if y'all listen to this pod today, it should be the day after Christmas.
Right.
So we got the hoodies on sale.
Hoodies on sale. I mean,
Hoodies on sale. We got the hoodies on sale.
if you're a real one,
If you're a real one, you listen to the show. Today is the 26th, the only day that we gonna have the hoodies on sale. So
no better logos than this. Embroidered insignias. It's got it all going on. Everybody wants these. I know my family members are getting real ones hoodies. And
Day after Christmas sale.
yeah, day after Christmas sale. Best time to buy some today. Let's get into the show.
How y'all church go? Y'all be. How
Yeah,
y'all?
it's like dun, 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 like they have the bells out.
Why am I making whites, bro?
What's yours like?
I literally changed it.
Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. Ooh, Jesus. Yeah, I should be lit.
Damn.
Call him. Call him. Yeah, I should be lit.
I remember one time they brought like
No beat though. It's all hand claps. That's just to start church.
That's impressive.
That's the warm up.
That probably gives you the tingles.
Then I'm talking about. I'm gonna get up there. She get up there. She. Well, Jesus is on the main.
I thought you were about to say, well, it's the big show. The big show comes out
I'm
here.
telling you, yeah, church be get wild.
The Pat Bev Pod with Ron. I'll say it again. Merry Christmas, bro.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, bro. A gift for you.
I want that.
Well, that's not how gifts work. This is a gift for you.
Why you just whip that out your pocket like that?
Because I'm ready for it. Wow, is that Dior? Wow, does this guy love Dior? What's that jacket you have on?
Dior.
Well, you know what would go great with it? That gift.
Pants.
Dior?
Shirt.
Dior?
Shoes.
Come on, man.
Yeah, say
Don't
that.
play it. So open it up,
No,
bro.
no, I'm gonna wait.
For what? What is there to wait
Christmas.
for? Christmas.
We gotta wait for Christmas. It's not.
But this is for the pod. For the pod
See,
people, it's after Christmas.
that's the white thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, my family was trying to open up gifts on the 23rd.
Yeah.
I was like, bro,
I know.
it's not even
You get
Eve.
your ass beat the fuck down. You over anything? Yeah. Well, not even that night. Neither. Not 12:01. Not none of that.
Really?
The next morning. Yeah.
Well, what about this stack of gifts that I have for you as well? You got to at least open this.
No, I can't.
Why?
It's not Christmas.
It's perishable, though. It'll go bad.
Yeah, I mean, I can eat it.
Yeah, yeah. You
Let's
can
eat it together.
All right, let's eat it together.
Thank you.
Wait, do you remember what because the cheat sheet's on the side of this?
Yeah, I remember by heart,
Rip
but
it real quick.
all of them not there though. So
Right, exactly. So you
Okay,
won't be
here we
able to
go.
get them all.
what the camera at? This one.
Yeah.
12 drummers drumming. 11 pipers piping. 10 lords are leaping. 9 ladies dancing. 8 maids are milking. 7 swans are swimming. 6 geese are laying. 5.
4 hummingbirds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves. Damn, dude, this guy was locked in. That's like learning the fucking presidents. So you can slide that out. Yep. What do you think's gonna be?
The parts is like pop out. Ooh.
Yeah.
Hands. Mikey.
And I'm not German.
Hands. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got some chocolate up there up top. Why not, dude? Why not? See, and we have to give credit to ourselves because a lot of podcasts are doing best of this week. A lot of podcasts are taking the time off. A lot of podcasts are dipping into the past or they're not being active. We're recording on Christmas Like, basically, you're flying, and we're still putting the pod and everybody involved in it. They're our priority right now. Everybody who's part of the team is the priority.
I have a flight at 4 o'clock today to Miami.
And so, yeah, exactly. Like, we're going to have to leave. By the time this is out, people are going to know that you beat the Heat.
Yeah.
That you followed the NBA script. What are these? These sound like these sound like they're like chewy. It sounds like if I'm gonna bite into this, it's gonna stick with my teeth for like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
You got something to wash it down with. I see you burn alcohol. Yeah, that's one thing I did see you do here.
I did, dude. I wasn't playing around. Pennsylvania Dutch eggnog. Have you ever had eggnog before?
Never had eggnog.
What's your anticipation of what eggnog's gonna be like?
I don't know. I hear egg. I hear egg first.
Right.
So I don't know what the taste gonna be like. So I don't even remember like any of my family members. So like.
This also might be a white thing. It might not.
It's creamy. It's thick too, bro.
This is 15% alcohol.
Huh?
Mike, I'm pouring you an eggnog as well.
Bro, why am I making them white, bro?
The sly one,
Mm-hmm.
the Stallone. Here you are, my friend. Time to dip into the derby those. Have the eggnog, Michael.
I'm not supposed to have this with the makers.
You can pour some on top of it, but this already does have rum, brandy, and blended whiskey in it. So you want to take a whack of it, and then if it requires it, then we also have some unlabeled alcohol over here that you could also pour on top of that.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you guys. And Merry Christmas to the viewer. I hope you're pouring up eggnog at home. Why's your eye twitching?
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. I don't like eggnog. That's a white thing for sure. For sure.
Really? Because I love it.
Yeah.
It tastes like pancake batter. I've never seen that look on your face before.
Yeah, I don't like this. I'm a drinker though, because I'm a gangster.
Oh my god.
It's that nasty to you.
I don't like eggnog, Mike. I don't like it.
From even just like look at what it's doing to the side of the glass, and then imagine how it's coating your insides, dude.
Yeah.
This is reverse phlegm. You're
Yeah.
putting phlegm back into your bodies.
That's kind of you. Thank you for your gifts.
And also, I didn't know which of the other producers would be here, but Mike, this is for you and all the producers.
Oh,
Of course. Here, come on over, brother.
Come on over here. Shout out to Mike, Job.
Shout out to Mike from Limestone and Hammer. You could dig on through there. I think they threw a hat, a Band-Aid, or bandana, the hat.
Late night vibes.
Late night vibes. They threw the socks, but there should be the gift card should be in there, and that's the main thing. So a little $200 gift card for each of the boys.
Stole your gift card.
No, it's on the socks. It's in the socks. $200 to Laps on the Hammer for all the boys.
Hey, you Santa Claus this year, my boy.
I need to get Tyler and Jordan theirs too, because Laps on the Hammer, they get something fresh for them, some shoes or some shit like that.
I ain't went Christmas shopping
Get
yet.
the boys right, yeah. Huh?
Yeah, some nigga shit.
What do you mean?
I ain't even been Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
I'm getting all my presents when I land in Miami.
What's everybody getting? Fucking Fountain Blue
Bags.
Really?
Everybody gets bags.
Bags of cash or like?
No, just bags. Chanel bag here, Louis bag here, Gucci bag here.
Bags are the easiest and
Easy.
it's like nice.
Easy.
It's high end. It feels like you're getting something nice from somebody. I mean, you are getting something nice. What's the number one bag? What's the bag of the year?
I don't know.
Go Yard?
I don't know.
The Marc Jacobs tote. Ooh, that one sounded chocolatey. That one sounded like it had a little bit of a crunch to it.
That was alright.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. That was better than the first one.
The first one sounded like it was like a nasty sound that I don't want to make into the microphone again.
Okay. Speaking of microphones.
Damn. Gold mic. It suits you.
Mm.
It fits you well. The gold mic and the eggnog. Cheers. Gold mic,
The
bro
producer
mic.
got me this. The producer Mike and the crew got me this for Christmas. So shout out to the gang.
Cheers. I know that those things don't come cheap. Does the eggnog taste better with the chocolate going with
Hey,
it?
tell me why we do. I say something crazy. It gets likes. It gets posted and all that. Me and the Sixers do collab, but we take 10 kids and we from Philly. Shout out to the normal group who helped put it together too. But we take 10 honor roll kids from Philly and give them $1,000 shopping spree. And so it's $10,000 given out. I don't see no ESPN, NBA repost. I don't see no, Legion Hoops repost. I don't see no Bleacher Report repost. But as soon as somebody talk about pulling the basketball like an orange, or why a motherfucker getting choked out, it's publicized. It's everywhere. It's clickbait. You can find it. As soon as somebody want to do something good for a community, you gotta go look for that.
Man, you know why that shit
Well, it's
happens,
like
though, bro.
Do you think it's more about the state of humanity, or do you
Yes.
think it's more about the state of the media? Is it about what people want to
The
see
state of the
as
internet.
consumers, humanity, or is it about what the media is feeding people?
Both.
Great question.
Both.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you. That's why I was kind of trying to restate it, filibuster a little bit, because those
Both.
chocolates, they're gonna get stuck in your teeth. They're gonna get stuck in the listeners' ears, the podcast viewers' eyes. You guys probably gotta wash it down with that milk.
So, what human wouldn't want to do that? Not to a point where not to a point where it's like Pat Bev and Sixers did this, but man, 10 honor roll kids, man. Inner city of Philly, like I know it's a ton of honor roll kids, but the environment I grew in, when you have to look over your shoulders on the way to school and after school and during school, the type of people that were in my school, you talking about fights every day to even stay focused. When you think about honor roll, it's you on like 3 waves at once. You know what I'm saying? So I always wonder like why none of the good shit you put out there like that. Because I think it's contagious. It's like you put the bad shit out there, everybody post it. Put the good shit out there, everybody catch it too. I don't know why it's like that.
Oh, I studied journalism in college, and they talked about a thing in the classes. They said, if it bleeds, it leads.
No propaganda.
They're saying that if somebody gets shot, that means that's making the front page.
Right.
But seems like there's no rhyme scheme for if something nice happens, then it winds up in the probably last page of the newspaper.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about it.
Well, we can rewrite because we're part of the new media, so we can rewrite that.
Shout out to those kids.
Shout out to those kids. Shout out to Nomo.
Shit.
Shout out to the Sixers that like even putting it on my plate for me to even know anything about it. We did it at Snipes. First time at Snipes, that shit was fire. Guy got mad as hell. I said, man, it's kind of like a Foot Locker. What you mean, kind of like a Foot Locker? So yeah, shout out to the guy who got mad at me at Snipes.
What did he want it to be like?
I don't know, but it was nice as hell. It's my first time in there. I couldn't only compare it to what I know. So yeah, shout out to those kids, and the energy was great, man. Like the energy, they so like so humble, so down to earth, can so relatable. Can have conversations with them, can talk to them. Like it was great. The whole thing was a vibe.
Being smart and planning a career for yourself is so admirable as a kid.
Yeah.
I think people kind of get trapped up in what they think is like cool or going to take them a far away in a cool way, or they probably don't even think that far into the future because something's cool. Some of the things that are cool when you're young, like you'll wind up as a loser if you follow those paths. And some things like getting good grades, maybe not the coolest thing, but that's a narrative to rewrite.
Wow.
Getting some good grades is pretty cool.
Yeah, so we showing love, man. So, all those athletes out there who did give back and will always give back. And, shout out to y'all, too.
Love, gang.
It's a little bit better place. It's a little bit,
Hell yes. Using basketball to further a good agenda.
So, Y'all didn't see it, check it out. It's on my page. Go check it out, man. Those kids is dope, man. Yeah, and if y'all watching with kids, shout out to y'all. Y'all keep killing. I hope to see y'all again next year.
Shout out to the fucking kids.
Yeah, straight up.
I was sad to see that you didn't play in a Sixers game.
Yeah. Carl Anthony Towns, I think he tried to give you back because I told him he didn't help. If I took a charge, he landed on my motherfucking heel, man. I barely could walk.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what happened with the heel.
Yeah, it took charge, boom, boom, boom. With all this weight landing at the bottom of it. Like a heel contusion. So it kind of hurt when I kind of, step on it and shit. So obviously running, jumping, all that. So I wanted to give it a couple of days, try to be good for the Christmas game.
I know it was your goal to play every game this season.
It was, shit. I think Cat did it on purpose. Because he was too apologetic so fast. Like he knew he was doing. As soon as he hit me, you okay?
Try to choke out your ankle?
But yeah, that's my dog Cat.
So
speaking of that, belt to ass.
Best team in the league.
Belt to ass.
Best team, best record.
Yeah, that was fun.
They came into Philly and MB put up what's a 51 burger? That's a horse of a different color. I thought he wasn't going to get it. He missed the free throw, followed up, hit that jumper from the top of the key. That man is playing incredibly. I can't say it enough.
Defensive player of the year. 50 defensive player of the year. Somebody give you 50.
You can't be defensive player of the year.
I mean, you can be. Obviously, that's only one guy, but
you love the game. It's in your soul. Nothing is more real.
Nobody ever gave me 50.
Nobody?
Fouling out 33. Fighting 34. He'll be not the nifty 50 though. 50? 51. Fuck that.
I mean, that's what happens when he plays a full game. It's dangerous. He's just on a different plane as a basketball player.
But we did take L to the Bulls.
That was tough. Yeah, we talked about that last episode a little bit.
You did?
Yeah, we talked.
I wanted to give them their flowers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bulls get flowers, but you took it out on the Wolves.
Yeah, say that, yeah.
Bulls to Wolves.
Yeah.
One animal to the next.
Yeah.
And those are both two games that are personal for you, and it seemed like the Wolves game,
is he really
those are guys that
bro?
you love and respect, and especially Anthony Edwards, that's your young bull, but he tried to do something nasty to Embiid. Did you see what he tried to do to Embiid?
Tried to dunk him.
Yeah, but not just a dunk. Yeah, he tried to end it.
They say slam a jammer.
He tried to slam a jammer.
And Embiid wasn't going.
He really wasn't.
But I'm saying you got to think like. So T-Wolves, like you talk about their, big man lineup. B did that shit on. Oh, Rudy Cat, Nas Reed.
Yeah, Nas Reed.
Small, Kyle Anderson. You know what I'm saying? So like, went through the whole crew, man. He a beast. He a beast.
Yeah, it's there's so much that you can. Only so much that you could say about him every single week because it seems like he's topping himself, besting himself. Marilyn Manson keeps topping himself. But I think that when you look at him coming back to the bench, what's your guys' discourse when you're talking about it? What are you guys saying? What do you guys? What's the conversation on the bench like when he's doing something extraordinary like that? Seems like it's good vibes.
Yeah, well, I be trying. I be really locked in during the game, but I say some shit at like. Because I'm a fan of basketball too, so it'd be halftime for the coaches come in, I'd be like, hey, chill. Bro, that's fucking impressive, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's impressive, Joe, bro. You got 30 at half. 30 and 12 at half. Efficient as shit. Like, feel me? I think Tobias, Max, and Joe all had 30. That's impressive as hell.
That's the next game. We're about to get to that one for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like the things that, you know me, I like to show love anyway. So the things motherfuckers doing on the basketball court, I'm the first motherfucker. Like, hey man, 50, that's impressive. And I was on the court for both 50s.
He's having
you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never been on the court, motherfucker, score 50 like that a couple times, like 30 and a half. All
it's not easy, but it looks easy.
No, it's easy for him.
Yeah, it's so impressive. He's also having the most efficient season by an NBA player by like a decent margin.
Yeah.
Like the PER, I don't know how much people look into those advanced stats and you take them for what they're worth because they're flawed. But he's so efficient. He's so elite. He's performing at such a high level.
I mean, the whole team is though. Like our plus minuses for our starters are elite. Our offensive rating is elite. Our defense is elite. Our bench is elite.
Everybody is.
I'm top 5 off the bench plus minus. Number 1 in defensive rating this year. Like.
Yeah, you really have to. You got to tip the cap to the boys.
Yeah,
but it seems like you, Maxey, and Embiid at the end of the bench have like a little fun thing going on.
Oh no, I don't even look at it like that. It'd be so locked in.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'll look over at the bench. I'll be sitting there somewhere in the stadium, and I'll see you guys, all three of you guys, palling around. It just seemed like it was easy for you to infiltrate the inner circle of the team.
Oh, I mean, you know me. I don't try to infiltrate anything. I just go out there and just be me. You feel me? I work hard. I put my hard hat, bring my lunch pail to work every day. Like, you feel me? I'm just a normal American worker. You feel me? So like, they see that. You know, I try to tell the hard truth all the time. People flock to it, or people appreciate it. So I've been fortunate to be on a team like this with a coach like this too.
Kelly Oubre has only lost 2 games as a Sixer.
That's impressive.
Very impressive.
But I'm trying to think. So one of the homies say, "Yo, Pat, what you think your record is from like the Chicago Bulls up to now?"
I think we could do the math on it.
Because I think we only lost 8 or 9 games with the Bulls.
Right. It was 9, and then you guys.
And I was go do the count once we, if we was to lose 9 games, I was go do the count.
So you're 35-17. So that means that you win 2, and for quick math, I think you were 15-9, and now you guys are 20-8 right now.
Yeah.
So I think that's 35
16
and 17. So that means that you win 2 games for every 1 game you lose. That's a 66% winning percentage.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking good.
Pretty impressive.
Especially because the Bulls. I mean, the Bulls are now they're in the kind of play-in. They're still a team that's growing, but it showed how much you offered to a team like that.
For sure.
Winning percentage is super high.
It was fun too.
And then you get into the next game against with Tobias going off, and you have 3 players on the Sixers scoring 30, Maxey, Embiid, and Tobias, and that's the first time that happens, I think, since 1962.
Yeah.
That 3 Sixers score 30 points.
I mean, but you seen it coming, right? Obviously, like, everybody wants to play well, but it's kind of hard to play well when you're only playing 3 quarters. So you go home, you got 7, 8 points. It's like, damn, did I play well? I mean, some guys think like that. I don't think like that. I think as long as we get the win, like, something will matter. So, we finish these games, most in,
throw the ball, bro.
2-3 weeks, like, we beating teams by 40, beating teams by 50, beating teams by 53. Like, we don't even play the 4th quarter. So your numbers, you look up, you might have 6 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. You damn, bro, I had a bad night. In all reality, you really didn't. You just
incomplete
teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, played a good team. We played a team that battled, played hard, and Toronto Raptors. No Dogs Raptors. It's too early. Shout out to Toronto Raptors, though. Shout out to my guy Dennis Schroeder, too. That's my dog.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like early on in the season there was a lot going on with the Toronto Raptors, but what's going on right now? What was their temperature? I guess you weren't playing, so you couldn't really tell.
I can't even speak on it.
Oh my God, Saban Lee for 3?
Couldn't dip toe in water.
Wow.
But it's about that time, though. That trade talk time.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If you're an expiring contract for any player, right? If you're an expiring contract for any player in the league, when you're not playing well, and you just got a contract, this time, it's like Valentine's
This shit
Day.
is way too easy.
Are you on Twitter? Are you looking in that trade machine? You seeing what motherfuckers is gathering together? See, whether you want to appreciate it or accept it or whatever the fuck it is. You ain't playing well. You don't want them 1 year. One of them. You feel me? Like money-friendly deals was the last year of your deal, and a team can take. Tough time.
You love the game. It's in your soul. Nothing is more real.
Tough time.
Yeah.
Tough time. As a hoop.
What does that
and as a
feel
guy who's been traded.
Yeah, what does that feel like to be anticipating it?
I mean, like, this year I'm not anticipating.
Of course.
But, I've been on teams, the Clippers, they wanted to upgrade. I've been on teams with, so like, you try not to you try not to hear the noise, but you hear it, right? You try to, I'm cool, back in the mind, damn, did I play well? and why they want to get that guy, or you know what I'm saying? Am I getting traded? Obviously, we're not talking about
the present.
Yeah, but like in the past,
it's a reality for other teams, though.
You know what I'm saying? So
coming into a season, teams have these high expectations of what they're going to be. In the off season, the potential's endless, and you can convince yourself that things are going to go great. But then you wake up one morning and you're the Detroit Pistons. You wake up one morning and you're the Washington Wizards, and things didn't go the way that you wanted to. And so it looks like guys are going to get offloaded from those teams. Some guys are talking about the Pistons trading Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, I know. Shit, look, Lakers bench D'Lo, and I look back on it, and I think it was very strategic what Darvin Ham did to be able to have the ability to bench a player like Russell Westbrook. Now you can bench anybody.
But Russell took it differently.
I understand, but I don't know if he meant to do that on purpose or that was a strategic move. Either way it is, like any type of guard that comes to the Lakers while he's coached, I've been Russ, I've been you. You know what I'm saying, to get what I want on the team. Obviously they came out, they played well against OKC, they won. D'Lo actually played well off the bench. He had 17 points, he was in the plus minus also, so it's just,
shit.
You get a new contract, you hear the talks, you've been benched, you've been demoted, So
why is he in the game, bro?
You gotta look at that. You gotta look at a lot of stuff around this time of year. Health. You know what I'm saying, man? His contract here, man. Do we want to pay this guy that number? Do we want to get someone else? You know what I'm saying? So, it's that time of year where kind of guys, they don't want to accept it, but motherfuckers is.
Someone's gonna get traded.
Looking over their back like this.
All right, guys, let's take a second and talk about Twisted Tea. Hang on. Oh yeah, Twisted Tea. Favorite drink of the holidays. I know I'm going to be enjoying the holiday Twisted Tea for this entire break, and you should too. Whether you're with your family, gathered around the Christmas tree, singing Yuletide carols, going from door to door, lighting luminaria. If you find yourself sucked into the Charlie Brown's Christmas Tale and you're dancing with Linus on the piano, Pigpen stinking up in the corner over there, one thing that won't stink is the delicious, real brewed iced tea taste of Twisted Tea. Only 110 calories in these Twisted Tea Lights, and man, are they delicious. Down to the Sixers game, I feel like they were flying off the shelves.
Oh my goodness, bro.
And at our company, Barstool Sports, they recently had a survey. 6 different pairings. Who would you most like to drink a Twisted Tea with? The answer was Ron and Pat Bev. Cacophony throughout the office. Everyone was saying they want to enjoy Twisted Tea with us. Well, guess what? We want to enjoy Twisted Tea with you. But the first way you can start is by buying some Twisted Teas for yourself. They have definitely have different types of holiday packs. They have one that tastes like the firecracker, the popsicle. Like, they have so many different flavors. Each one is better than the last. Twisted Tea is just a sublime flavor. Whether you're in Philly, whether you're anywhere in the United States, whether you're anywhere in the world, Twisted Tea can be your companion. The original hard iced tea. Oh man, this ad read is getting twisted right now. But you can get twisted yourself by grabbing a refreshing Twisted Tea today.
Was there one Christmas you didn't get anything that you wanted?
I didn't really get, like, no, there wasn't. I wouldn't say there was one Christmas where I was like, this sucks.
Right.
What I do remember is that it used to snow on Christmas. Now it doesn't snow anymore.
At all.
It fucking sucks, dude. If I had known that, I would have cared about global warming fucking 10 years ago when they started warning us.
Yeah.
But I was
like that in Chicago, too.
Huh?
You're right. It was like that in Chicago, too.
It still snows some in Chicago, though.
Yeah. More rain.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Oh.
I'm pissed.
You want to see Rudolph?
I want to see Rudolph. I want to see
is a 92, bro.
I've been dreaming of a white Christmas. Like the ones I used to know.
Oh.
Even when that song came out, it's like, was he experiencing global warming? Just like the ones I used to know. Because at that time, because like that came out in the 60s. So is he talking about there weren't any more white Christmases then? Have you ever even had a white Christmas? I probably had one. When?
Russia.
What's Christmas like in Russia?
I don't know, like Christmas was in the United States.
You get presents in Russia?
Yeah, I was,
Nuclear warhead.
No nuclear warhead. Niente.
So you didn't get any presents? Did the family come
Cock
out?
D live, Patrick. Cut a short. Your TV live. Choo. Yeah, I speak Russian a little bit. Choo.
Choo.
Desi, my brat.
What the fuck were you guys doing? Like, your family didn't come out to Russia for Christmas?
Fuck no. No. We had like a Christmas break where we went back, but I don't like really flying back to the States back and forth, so maybe I came back once. By the time I go to Dubai, I go to Paris, I go, I appreciate my holidays over here.
I was looking at a list of the most overrated travel destinations in the world based on their perception and how influencers sell them with how they wind up in person. The top of the list, it said Dubai.
That's crazy. Wife, is she in Dubai right now?
You think it's overrated?
I don't know everything she's showing me. They don't look overrated. They taking boat to breakfast. She showed me some wild shit today. Like, her and the fam take boat to breakfast. She in Bentley one day. I bet you rent them cars? She knows it's our family car. Next day in Rolls Royce.
They said Dubai is like a Sim City city, though. It's like fake. You know what I mean? It's like so just like dropped in like a Lego set, you know?
I heard they make rain there. Yeah, I heard they
clear it out?
Yeah, or they get the clouds pregnant to make more water come out. True story.
Interesting.
So yeah, she over there having her way.
So you don't think Dubai's overrated?
No.
What do you think's overrated as a travel destination? I heard a lot of people saying Tulum was overrated. I thought Tulum fucking rocked.
I've never been to Tulum.
What?
It's a Cabo vibe.
No, you gotta go to. I mean, I've never been to Cabo, so I can't speak to it. But I would highly recommend Tulum. Guy with money, guy who likes beach.
No.
Walk down the dirt road.
South France.
Overrated?
Not even close.
Yeah, underrated almost.
Almost.
And everybody knows how good it is.
Man, like 2 o'clock in the morning, AP on.
And he's not talking about the Vikings running back.
Ooh, relax.
Come on, bro.
Relax.
The APAD.
So, yeah, she living up over there, catching the vibe. Yeah. Christmas, man. I woke up alone today.
Damn. You must miss her.
I miss everybody. My family, obviously, my family's meeting in Miami and all that, but like, woke up alone today on Christmas Eve.
You get a little bit sad?
I had Coop with me.
Your dog?
My dog?
That's my dog.
That's my dog. That's my dog. So yeah, it's been cool though.
Yeah, damn, that sounds a little bit depressing.
No, it's a good time.
Gray ass Philadelphia.
No, it was crazy. I had the cleaning people come through. I made up my bed this morning, burned some sage. You know what I'm saying? Like, got my hair done, got my hair cut.
It does look nice.
Give me some, little me time, trim the nails, trim the toenails. You feel me? Like,
pubes.
Yeah, good vibe.
Did you
self-careness?
Did you? Who does your braids?
Lady named AJ say she used to do AI braids. Yeah. And her daughter fuck with the pod too. So I don't know if you watch the pod, tell your mom thank you so much. AI braids. Feel me? So yeah.
Remember when
my guy C he cut my hair.
Hold on, why are they trying to get busy?
He be telling me all about from North Philly. He be telling me all about the Benny Siegel. Yeah, man. He was listening to Benny Siegel this morning. Yeah, it was good. For breakfast, Captain Crunch at night. Our kids eat lunch at night, in their beds all bunched up tight, no less than 3 or 4. You know how I go, 2 by the foot, 2 by the head, boy. Man, I'm getting scared for. I know, so I feel for it. Gotta put the shorties on the block. All they do is smoke weed and drink 40s, pop their little 40s. Nothing get the latest rock this Glock old Jordans. Yeah, I'm locked in.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm locked.
Philly Pat. That's fucking dangerous.
Hey, chill.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah. I didn't know you had beans in your bag like that.
Everything, what you mean?
Fuck. Because you said you stopped listening to music.
Yeah, I did, but that's retro shit. You know that's like I love you, Barney shit. I mean, how I grew up.
Yeah, honestly. But Freeway was at the fights. Did you ever get to link up with Freeway when he was at the Gilly and Waller fights?
Somebody put a beat on.
So chill, dude. You can't be
Kevin
smut on his name like
Merlin.
that.
Kevin
But
Merlin.
it's just sad.
That was
Kevin
an L for him that
Merlin.
day.
I know it's fucked up.
You're bringing up the
Everybody
losses.
take L's.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
what you mean? You done applied pressure to a bunch of motherfuckers. Motherfuckers take L's.
I take no L's like Nerlens, bro.
I don't like that. Hey, guess who reached out?
How?
Jazzy Jeff.
Oh, really?
It was crazy. He reached out to me on Instagram. I like, damn. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is wow.
Damn.
Jazzy Jeff. That's crazy. So yeah, Philly man, showing love. So yeah, I woke up in Philly, New Year's Eve. I mean, you see my Philly track, give me a Philly beer, you see? Yaki. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, I'm here.
Philly's got that deep Muslim population. I think biggest Muslim population outside of the Middle East in Philadelphia. So you see the Sunni beards.
Wow.
You know it's good.
That's why people keep asking, are you Muslim?
Salam alaikum either way.
Salam. Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, he is all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great that you're ingratiating yourself to Philly like that. Do you remember when Iverson used to get his braid? He was getting his braids done on the bench.
On the bench.
That's legendary.
That is legendary. Imagine now that NBA call what I have on a hat on the bench. Tell Pat take off that damn hat. Imagine a motherfucker.
Adam Silver's really watching it like fucking Skylink.
I don't think him, but somebody from
No, I not want to
they
do
want
that.
me
I
all
want
the
to do a
time.
fade, buddy.
You know I'm scullied out. Take the hat off the bench. I'm not taking my hat off. You come take it off. So yeah.
You sent Adam Silver down here to take it off himself.
Then they hit me with because I always keep my ball on the bench. They hit me with I got that ball on the bench. I'm a basketball player. You know what I mean? I got a ball on the show.
How important is it the ball that people pick before the game?
I like to pick each ball, but then I get overruled sometimes by either Tobias or Maxie. And then Joel come out the blue, and Joe he like the old school, no grip on the motherfucker. That motherfucker like bowling ball, shiny and everything.
The slick one?
It's the worst ball. But for him, it's cool.
Because he's sweating anyway.
Every time, so that bitch grippy, he touching it all the time. When you get a motherfucker off the bench, you put that ball in his hand, that motherfucker feel like glass. So yeah, we do a little thing before every game.
Because
they give us 3 balls to choose from. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Refs come out there 3 balls that you choose from each ball. 1 ball is brand new. The second ball is supposed to be a little bit broken, and the third ball is supposed to be like the most broken. So you gotta pick between those 3.
Earlier in the season, Lakers game, someone spilled on the ball, and LeBron's like, just dry off the ball. Don't switch the ball. You can't switch the ball.
Yeah.
What is it that people fall in love with about some balls?
I don't know. You having a good game. You don't want to change ball. You want to change how I feel. You feel me? Your hands are used to how I feel. Because when the league ball get like a little wet on it, like it absorbs the moisture. So when you sweat and you do this, it don't get slippery. Feel me? It gives you like more grip sometimes. He lucky I wasn't playing, because if we was losing that game, no. Rules are rules. Change ball.
Lick the ball.
Change the ball. Change the ball, Brian. Nope, we got Bach on here. I can't play basketball with Bach on my hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, got to change the ball. So they gave him a pass. They gave him a pass with that one.
And what?
Speaking of Brian.
Wow, he had a great game.
Fuck a great.
What was he, 48-8?
He's 40 years old.
40 and 40, like Jay-Z.
This is like he's rewriting this shit, bro.
He could just be like a point guard for the rest of his shit.
He can play for another
10?
7 at least.
You love the game. It's in your soul. Nothing is more real.
On Brady? On like a Brady type of thing? Like Tom versus time? Braun versus time? He's showing no signs of slowing down the same way that other people slow down. Mentally, physically, shot-wise. Nothing seems to be slowing down. Recovery, health, everything seems to be at the exact same level. I saw a tweet the other day. People were like, we're looking at the decline of LeBron James. I was like, what are you looking at, dude? What are you watching? Because then he goes out and puts out 48-8. Yeah. Casually. All right, guys, let's take a second and talk about earning. Life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should your payday? Life comes at you at all different times. Your need for money, for usable capital, it fluctuates all the time. So
at the end of the day,
that payday alone.
start out playing this way. We got to continue in for 4 quarters.
I know that
You're
you're
going
in.
to use it, so
Thanks a lot.
go
Back
ahead
to you,
and
Kevin.
download Earnin today.
So we had a conversation. You know, every team likes to say they have a dog. I say, yo, you're a dog. You're a dog.
Okay.
Except for Toronto.
Chill.
Chill.
How many dogs do you think is on each team?
Should be at least 2. Or at least 1.
I asked one of my coaches. He said 2. I said 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
I think I asked Marcus Morris, and Mark Morris said like a half.
But Marcus Morris is a dog.
I know, but he you got like, on this team you might have. Then you have up and coming dog.
Puppies.
Not puppies, but like, you don't stand by.
They're just getting their teeth. They're getting their dog teeth in.
Right.
They're still toothing.
So yeah, how many dogs you think on each team?
It's interesting because it's like when you look at the superstar conversation, you know who those guys are. But I think some fans don't know who a dog is. And I think the NBA players would know.
Does Washington have any dogs?
Washington. Hold up. Washington. Daniel Gafford, maybe? Denny Avia, maybe? They got an up-and-coming dog, Balil Coulibaly. That's an up-and-coming dog. What'd you think?
No.
Okay. Go to Memphis. Does Memphis have any dogs?
Of course.
Yes.
How many?
Shit, they got Steven Adams, Ja, Marcus Smart. Yeah, they got 3.
I mean, Ja,
One.
dog. Dylan Brooks was a dog.
No, on Memphis.
On Memphis.
So
bro.
current.
Marcus Smart.
Oh, so that's 2 dogs.
D-Rose.
Steven Adams.
D-Rose still dog status?
I mean,
he's hurt for the rest of the
you
season.
get out there and smoke.
Yeah. See, I don't. Yeah, that's something that an NBA player would know that I don't
2.
know.
So go 2.
2.
Clippers.
Clippers dogs. I feel like they dogs, but they passive aggressive dogs. You know what I'm saying? They only dogs when it's time for them to be dogs. You know what I'm saying? They got one on the bench. He don't play. PJ Tucker. They got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard are passive aggressive dogs, bro.
Russ.
Dog.
Oh, Russ. I'm tripping. Russ.
Kawhi?
Dog. So that's what I mean. Like,
So 2?
Some teams have 2, 3.
But Kawhi's like, that's why Kawhi, D Rose, those are different types of dogs.
Yeah,
I mean,
passive
but even
aggressive,
James Harden,
bro.
dog. You feel me? To a certain extent.
For sure.
So like, people put PG as a dog. You know what I'm saying? So some teams have 3 or 4. Some teams have none. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we get.
Like the Phoenix Suns.
1.5. You feel me? Like each
So it averages out.
I'm telling.
All right, Marcus Morris, and I'm not counting myself.
I'll count you.
All right, stand by, Kelly Oubre. But you got to put Joel in there.
Joel is definitely a dog. Joel is definitely a dog.
Well, let's define it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
What is it? Is it mindset? Is it how you act on the court? Is it the fact that you're willing to fight someone?
No, I don't think it's willing to fight. I just think that it's. Man, I'm down. However this game go, I'm down to do whatever it takes to. Not even do whatever it takes, but like, ain't no pushover over here, and everybody on the court know it. Feel me? Ain't no pushover. Ain't no you go pick on me all game. You go call me up for screens so I can get the ISO. You feel me? Like, no, I'm applying pressure. You know what it is. Like, you feel me? You come through the lane, I'm bumping you. You know what I'm saying? You go feel me out there. No matter what, you go feel me out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's go all NBA dog team.
Out now?
Out now.
All NBA dog team. At the point, I'm going to put Pat Bev. At the 2, I might go Anthony Edwards. At the 3, I'm going to go Dylan Brooks. At the 4,
My dog's different than a lot of people.
Well, let's go your dogs.
Yeah, what?
At center, I'm putting Joe.
Okay.
Dog.
Yeah, Joel.
Dog.
Oh, power forward,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going
trying to think if
Giannis.
there's
Power
any
forward, I'm
more
going Giannis.
dogged centers than him.
Yeah.
Power
Hard
forward.
to say.
Power forward, go
Let's
Giannis.
go with Joe.
I got Draymond in there for sure.
Oh, Draymond at the 4. Okay.
I got myself in there for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
So you need 2 more dogs.
He gonna go Russ.
I got Ant in there.
Yep. Yes, sir.
And Edwards.
Great minds think alike.
He's dog. He's full dog status.
Yep.
Applies pressure.
And he'll guard you.
He's criminally underrated in 2K. But they have him at like a 89 or like a 91 or some shit like that. Not that it matters. And then your final dog. You're talking about a 3 or a 4, depending on where you put Draymond.
Yeah.
Go Dylan Brooks, bro. You know you want to go Dylan.
No, don't count me.
Okay, take you out.
Take me out. Giannis.
Yeah.
Dog.
Dog.
Then go rush at your point. Go rush at your point.
Guard.
Rush.
You love the game. It's in your soul. Nothing is more real.
Go rush.
I'm putting Caruso in that bitch.
Ooh.
Really?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Because of his mentality or his playing style?
Both.
He's got a dog mentality?
Yeah.
Both.
I feel like people don't know a lot about his mentality.
Yeah. And for him to be a minority in this league.
Yeah, affirmative action hire.
You know what I'm saying? So for him to be a minority in this league, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, wow. Tip of the cap to him. That's a fucking dog.
You're a dog.
Underrated,
dog.
understated
You're
dog.
a dog.
White, bringing White to the forefront. Wow.
Sure.
That was nice of you to include him, though.
That's the truth. AC go hard.
Who else was it? Because I'm trying to think of like the difference between all NBA, all defensive, and dog. 'Cause you got to be dog to be all defense.
Yeah, you got to do both.
But then it's like, yeah, it's a very very interesting conversation.
Yeah, because a lot of people think like, a lot of fans that be thinking like, okay, yeah, how you gonna say he ain't a dog? He averaged 30. All right, it's just different. It's just different.
Finesse 30 is a whole different brand of 30.
I like playoff Jimmy Butler too. Feel me?
Oh, that guy's a dog.
He a damn animal.
Yeah.
How did I not
different.
think of Jimmy Butler? What the hell?
Obviously, LeBron is definitely in that. But you feel what I'm saying? Guys that kind of
Jimmy Butler really encapsulates that.
yeah, kind of turn it on and like damn, he out there. I don't know exactly what he's doing. I don't know if I even like what he's doing, but I know he's defending it, he's rebounding, he's diming it, he's putting it.
You giving dog status to Dylan Brooks?
For sure.
Yeah, he's got to do it a little longer.
He's
gotta
like
do it a
one
little
of those
longer.
like,
Okay.
weird dogs,
Okay.
though.
He got to do it a little longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
a little mix. Yeah, a little mix. Little Brooks, a little mix. He a dog though. I respect what he do. I always like little mix.
Dude, what about his snare downs?
I fuck with everything he's doing. I fuck with the game of basketball. It's an entertainment game. He's been entertaining. I fuck with it.
He's trying to be the Undertaker.
I fuck what he's trying to do. He's working and they playing well. He playing well. You know
He's playing well.
He played well for his country too. You know what I'm saying? He played well this summer. Like
Canada, a Canadian boy.
Yeah. So yeah, you gotta give him some credit. Gotta give him credit.
Sengun had I think a career high.
Yeah, I like Sengun.
Yeah, he's playing well. Who else is playing well? I like watching the Sacramento Kings as a team.
That came up short against Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's a good fight.
Yeah, they held De'Aaron Fox to no points in the fourth quarter, I saw, which is tough to do because that's a clutch player and a closer.
Oh.
I always liked Malik Monk.
I did.
He a dog
I loved
too.
him at Kentucky.
What was he at first? I didn't like him on the team he was at first.
Hornets?
I didn't
Hornets,
like him.
yeah.
Why not?
Because, losing gives you losing mentality. You're around a good coach. You're around some guys that's proven. Feel me? Like, Sabonis is a proven all-star. Fox is a proven all-star. Harris Barnes is a great vet. Great vet. So, you're around, guys like that, it makes it much better. So.
he's a guy that he's like a pretty normal sized height, and he'll throw down like the most powerful offensive dunks that you've ever seen in your life. He can shoot the shit out of the ball.
Straight up. So.
Can really shoot the shit out of the ball. Impressive work by him. Impressive work across the NBA. Fun to watch. All right, guys, let's take a second and talk about Straight Talk Wireless. Not loop-de-loop talk. Not squiggly talk. You think that the thieves in Home Alone were like kind of like soft idiots to get outsmarted by a child like that?
No, I just think they were
underestimated their
opponent. Yeah, they came in lacking a little bit. Thought they was gonna scare. Buddy came back with a little 1-2. Macaulay Culkin.
Well, then by Home Alone 2, then
you gotta know what's up.
Fool me twice.
Yeah, my op, he's dangerous. Let me go ahead and get my affairs in order to get right. Yeah,
I feel like he would have been easy to kill if that's what they were trying to do.
I think they were just trying to scam him and rob him.
Yeah, but they got
He
scared.
was burning motherfuckers' heads off. This motherfucker's crazy.
People are stepping on. I mean, he's like dropping bowling balls and fucking people are stepping through nails and shit like that.
Yeah. He's from the Chicago area. Him and Marshawn went to the same school.
Kevin McAllister?
We went to Oak Park Group Forest.
I think he's a fictional character.
What's his real name?
Oh, Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah.
He's from Chicago?
Yeah, he went Amon Shamrock went to the same school, high school.
Really?
Oak Park River Forest. Yeah.
Oh,
They say they used to pull up like in a red type of car or something when he was in high school.
Oh, I guess if he's in... I mean, you forget that guys like that went to regular high school.
Yeah.
Because he was fucking...
No, move.
Hey, stay away from the Dior. But you're really not going to open up the Dior?
Oh, wait.
Just open it up. What are you going to bring it on the plane with you?
Yeah.
You're going to forget it.
I'm not. I'm gonna pack it.
Bro, don't forget that.
It's cologne. I can't.
How did you know that?
Well, I'll shop at Dior.
Well, you can, the good thing about cologne is,
bro,
even if when you run out of the next bottle, there's some more.
They're so
right
fast, bro.
There you go. This makes me feel better that you're doing this.
Who wrapped it? Dior?
Yeah, the Dior store. It's the best one.
Which one's that?
Sauvage. Dior Sauvage. I want to smell that thing before we end this show. We gotta wind down with some Dior Sauvage.
Are you my granddad, rest in peace of soul. Sweet man. Took care of 12 kids, none of the kids was his.
Because they were his grandkids.
Because, he dated my grandma.
Oh, got it.
They never got married, but they were together for ages. Time come in, she's already starting the adoption process,
Oh, she's literally adopting them like that?
Yeah. You gotta think, with some kids, it was so some parents come in. My grandma babysit, kid be a month old. Grandma babysit, mother never come back. Or it'd be some mothers, you feel me, that my grandma had 2 of the kids. But the parent had like 6, 7 more kids, so she'd take them in too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my granddad, because he was the male of the house, and none of them was his, and he still took care of everything.
That's a real man.
Straight up. And he used to be in the hood, like, they used to ask him for money and shit in the hood. He's, no, I can't afford them, and I got 9 pair of Jordans, 1 pair of Pippins to buy. One of my cousins likes Scottie Pippins. So yeah, that was his thing.
What?
I got 9 pair of Jordans, 1 pair of Pippins.
He was really buying pairs of Pippins for people like that?
Oh my God.
It's nice, right?
If you adore him, Dior him.
If you adore her, j'adore her.
No, I don't know what J'adore means.
J'adore is the female fragrance that they have.
Oh, okay.
J'adore Dior.
Oh. You got it?
Oh, that smells good.
You smell that?
I heard it's the #1 most complimented cologne.
Love that.
So I hope your compliments are copious in this new year. I think this is our last show before New Year's. You want to hit a resi?
I'm thinking about the game tomorrow. Hit a hesitant. Pool.
Damn. I'm thinking about blocking and loading the Desi's, really what I'm thinking about.
You meditated, motherfucker.
No, never.
Oh.
Never. I'm Desi Banks, the comedian. But
he's great.
Hilarious. But yeah, my New Year's resolution is just to be more myself.
What does that mean?
To be the most genuine version of myself. To be, excuse me, don't put on anything, don't create anything to try to be someone or something I'm not. Just to grow more into myself, reach my potential, become better, become a better person, grow, be a better friend, husband.
Do you read the Bible?
No, but I'm going to church tonight.
You know, in order to get all those things you want, have a relationship
with God.
With God.
I'm going to church tonight. I'll probably shed a tear.
Why is it like that every time you go to church, shed a tear? Every time I go to church,
Because you feel the spirituality.
Yeah, every time. I'm feeling this shit.
Yeah.
Tear.
Just one. But it feels nice.
Tap your shoulder, give you napkins. Good tear, too. You feel lighter in that thing.
Yeah, it's a nice tear.
How y'all church go? Y'all be...
It's like... Dong, 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 dong. Like they have the bells out.
No, ours is different.
What's yours like?
You love the game. It's in your soul. Nothing is more real.
Jesus is on the main line. Tell him what you want. Ooh, Jesus. Yeah, ours should be lit. Damn. Call him. Yeah, I should be lit.
I remember one time they brought...
No beat, though. It's all hand claps. That's to start church.
That's impressive.
That's the warm-up.
That probably gives you the tingles.
Then I'm talking about, I'm going to get up there. She get up there, well, Jesus is on the man.
I thought you were going to say, well, it's the big show. The big show comes out.
I'm telling you, yeah, church be get wild.
I used to buy Kirk Franklin CDs when I was growing up just because I just liked how he was putting it down, dude.
Yeah, Kirk Franklin. Ain't no care, we got the church, ain't going nowhere. GP, are you with me? Hey, he was getting wild.
GPs, are you with me?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we stomp. Oh yeah, makes me clap my hands, makes me want to dance and stomp.
Yeah. Fucking black church sounds so much more fun than white church.
Ooh, for Christmas too.
White church.
I'm talking about they let the song, but you feel me? Like black church, you play church song, and if the crowd is feeling it, church song don't go off. So service supposed to be over at 1. Service might be over at 1:15, 1:16. And all the church goers, they know that extra 15, 16 feels like eternity in that. You feel me? So I'm talking about it get quiet. They steady rocking, they singing a cappella. Beat drop again. They go over it again. You rocking, crying. They rocking, crying. Beat stop again. It drop again. You all. We in here today. Yeah, church be lit.
I know you guys are seasoning the Eucharist over there. Black church.
I'm talking about bad. Black church be getting down.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
I know you have a little bit of spice to the blood of Christ.
Oh yeah,
over there.
Yeah, especially you come on that day where they got them crackers and that wine. Oh, that's a good day too.
Dude, but ours is like, hearts of our bells, so flowers of walls, streets of shade, focus away.
So you be getting pinched.
Yeah, this shit is fucking.
That's how y'all be pinching people because motherfuckers be falling asleep.
Yeah, it really is.
None of that. They ain't do none of that in our church.
You look around, everybody's like...
People in our church be like this. Yo, what's going on in here? What's going on in here? Why it's so lit?
Damn.
Well.
Yeah, man. Well, Merry Christmas, bro.
Merry Christmas, brother. Thank you.
Catch that flight.
Yeah.
I hope you smell nice.
I do smell nice. Thank you.
Yeah, is it stupid if I sit like this? Hi, I'm Billie Eilish, and I am going to be talking about some of my lyrics. Things I once enjoyed just keep me employed now. Things I'm longing for, someday I'll be bored of. This is from Getting Older. Things I once enjoyed. Good one. Good choice. I think about this line a lot in my life. It's funny, this line bums me out so bad. Like, anytime I'm excited about something or, like, really, like, just feeling any kind of excitement or, like, wow, I can't wait for whatever, I always think about this line. And it's like, it's just in my head being like, things you're longing for, you'll be bored of. And not even necessarily bored of, but like, everything we long for and crave and are excited for, one day we'll be like, either bored of or used to, or it'll be over, or... It bums me out like a motherfucker, a lot. But it's also what's so fun about life is that we change and we keep changing and then we keep getting excited about the next thing and then that thing happens and we keep being excited about the next thing, and we should embrace that, but it's also a huge bummer. Oh yeah, a classic. When did it end? All the enjoyment. That's from What Was I Made For? When did it end? All the enjoyment. It's just the epitome of like what the song represents and what it's about, and just like everything that the song means, I feel like is all wrapped up in that sentence. And it's like a question that I think everyone has or can ask themselves. I don't know. I love that song so much. I feel very, very connected to it and very proud of it. I feel very, very proud of it. I somehow maybe naively didn't think about how many people would resonate with it and relate to it. The fact that it has resonated with so many women is probably, I'd say, my favorite part of the whole process. I've spent my life loving girls and being really worried that they hate me for some reason, and wanting to impress them and whatever else. And I felt like one with the girls. I don't know. I've never like felt like a girl, really. I feel like there was so much on social media of like mother-daughter things and videos and stories and sister relationships and just like best friends. And it was all to my song, and it made me so happy. Like I want to be a girl's girl so bad. Girls are amazing, man, in so many ways. Ooh, you say it to me like it's something I have any choice in. If I wasn't important, then why would you waste all your poison? That is from my song with Rosalia called Lo Vas Olvidar. If I wasn't important, then why would you waste all your poison? So I'm pretty sure in 2018, I was like somewhere in Asia on tour, and I had been a big fan of hers. She had put out Malamente. I just thought it was like the sickest thing in the world. And then, I don't know who hit who up, but we ended up talking. I remember she sent me this video of her, and she was like, I have an intuition that we should do music together. And I was like, stop. I screen recorded that shit, saved it, hearted it, and I showed everybody. I was so excited about it. Many months later, I just got into the studio and had a couple days in there, and we made a couple little ideas, and then this song kind of happened. What was nice is like neither of us were like, no, we need to make a hit because it's da da da. We were just like, let's make something weird and like maybe people won't like it, but I think it's tight. She's got such a vision, man, and it's got to be her vision, which I appreciate as much as it's a lot. I appreciate it. I'm the same. Like, I get it. I want things to be a certain way, and she's kind of the same way. So definitely together was a bit explosive, but it was also tight. She's the best. I love her. She is like truly like maybe the best performer in the world. For real. And what's fun about this line is the whole song was done, and then there was this like outro where she does it, and I wanted to say something at the end and maybe say something in English. I was sitting in the studio with my mom, my dad, my brother, and like maybe a friend. I don't even know. It was like the whole family for some reason in the studio. And Phineas and I were like trying to show them something. I don't even know. And we were like, oh, should we write that line? And we were all sitting together as me and Phineas wrote that line. And I think like my mom came up with the word poison. It was just like a fun like family time. Oh, wow, it's so funny to see these. They called me weak. Like I'm not just somebody's daughter. Everything I wanted. They called me weak.
Like I'm not just somebody's daughter.
Like I'm not just somebody's daughter. We wrote the first verse in, I want to say, like fall 2018 or something, and then we wrote like the chorus in like April of 2019, and then we wrote the rest of the song in September of 2019, and then we recorded it in November of 2019 or October. I don't know, but it was like over a very, very different like periods of my life and states of mind. I feel like 2018 and 2019 was a blur. God, so long ago now. I didn't realize how much the song meant to me until like way into making it, which was interesting. Like I don't know. I remember writing it, but I remember like not caring about it at all. And my brother and I kind of like, yeah, whatever. We're working on other stuff. And then when we kind of honed in on it and started to really work on it again, I grew to have such a connection to it, which was so interesting because we had already written it, but I didn't have like a connection to it until way later, which was fascinating. It's about my brother and my relationship, and I think that that's really special. Every time I like sing the song and think about the song, it just like makes my heart very warm because it's my brother, and I don't know, it's very sweet to me. I hold it very close to my heart. And oh my God, I forgot the main thing. I had a dream that I died, and everyone was like, ha ha. It messed me up, to say the least. It was so vivid, and I remember it so well. Yeah, and then like the next day I was telling my brother about it, and I was like, dude, it was so real. Oh gosh, I'm that bad type. Make your mama sad type. This is from Bad Guy. I'm that bad type. Make your mama sad type. Oh my God, yeah, the Grammys, man. It was so chaotic and insane and ridiculous and surreal and scary and amazing, and I don't know. I think very fondly of that night. It's funny. Like, I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type. Like, my little ass was 15 years old. Those Grammys, I mean, it was like the most crazy life experiences all in like a few months. There's no forgetting it. It was so special and insane. I keep my Grammys. Oh God, where do I keep them? They're on a shelf in my house. Two shelves. Ding, 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 ding. Like, I'm not trying to be like extra with them. That's how many there are. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. When we all fall asleep, where do we go? That is from Bury a Friend. When we all fall asleep, where do we go? Currently, in the making of the next album, I've been writing in a notebook, but I pretty much been I kind of went into it only like planning on just writing all the lyrics down, but then I always end up drawing some weird little thing. I love to draw. I just love to draw, and I always have, and it's much easier for me to listen when I'm drawing. Like, I just have a lot of auditory processing issues, and so when I draw, I can hear a lot better somehow. Okay, so the thing with the sleeping stuff, I never had night terrors. I didn't know what that was, and so I would just say it because it sounded like what I had. But what I had was like sleep paralysis and horrible nightmares. I thought night terrors was just like bad dreams. No, it's like screaming in your sleep. And like, no, I don't have that. Kind of this whole album was very inspired by that. Like, it was inspired by sleep and like the weirdness of it, and the title of the album and the album cover and kind of the theme of the album was a big inspiration for me, was the Babadook, which I loved so much. Phineas came up with this lyric. I had just been talking nonsense for months about like, when we fall asleep, like why, like what are even dreams, and like why do we sleep, and like why do we wake up, and like I was just asking dumbass questions. But then, of course, he's like, well, this is some shit that you would say. When we all fall asleep, where do we go? It was just so perfect right then in that song. And we were just like, you know what? This is like such a perfect encapsulation of the album. And named it that. Oh, I put on Survivor just to watch somebody suffer. Maybe I should get some sleep. This is from TV. I put on Survivor just to watch somebody suffer. I do be watching some Survivor, because I only started watching it kind of around writing this song, and I had never seen it before, and I kind of had this idea that it was this like, oh, you jump through a hoop and you like run through a thing, and it's not. It was like people almost dying and shit. I don't know, I kind of want to go on it. Like, I'm like, what is it? What's his name? Mike White? Yeah, who went on? Amazing. That was actually the season I was watching when I wrote that line. I think that the physical stuff I'd be great at, but you have to like do math and shit, and I would not be good at that, so. I've never fallen from quite this high. And this is from Ocean Eyes. It's so wild to think back. So 2015, I was 13. My brother wrote the song, and he wroght it for his band. And then one time he was like, do you want to sing this song? Because I feel like it would sound better in your voice. And I was like, I guess. And then I did. Simultaneously, I was a dancer, and I was dancing all the time, and that was like what I planned on doing forever. And my dance teacher was like, I know you like to make songs, like, would you want to make like a song and we can like make a dance to it? I don't know, it might be fun. And I was like so excited about that. Burning cities, napalm skies. And Phineas had written this song called Ocean Eyes. We were not even going to put it out. We were just going to like send it to my teacher, but we were like, yeah, it's good. We might as well put it on SoundCloud or whatever. We'll put like a free download link because, you know, like 10 people will hear it probably, maybe not. Honestly, like within the week, it was just like skyrocketing. I was sitting in a Starbucks. Phineas called me and he was like, dude, Ocean Eyes hit 1,000 plays. I was like, you're lying. And it was the biggest moment. And I remember standing there and thinking, wow, like this is my moment. Nothing like this is ever going to happen again. And this is my moment. And I'm going to just take it in. And I'm so grateful for this. It's so cool. And then like the next week it was on the radio. And then here we are. I don't know, guys. Things happened. If it weren't for that song, I don't think I would be sitting here at all. So it's really bittersweet.
Who's the toughest dude in the league to guard right now?
Oh my God, he got Nikola Jokic on the pod. Oh my God.
And the Suns making a change here. Durant's checked in for Medu. Gordon comes in for Mr. Little.
Introducing Domino's new pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread, loaded with pepperoni. Your favorite pizza just got a new best friend. On Bigo, you can watch the freshest content from the coolest streamers.
Bigo, Bigo!
We'll move to some. Welcome back to another episode of Curious Mike. I'm here with the one and only Nikola Jokic, my boy. My boy. Appreciate you getting on, my guy. All right, so I kind of want to start with some basketball stuff, then we'll move to some, off the court. So obviously you're a two-time MVP. You know, we won the championship last year. And one thing I've always been impressed with is how
I really like want to watch this, bro.
Better
I genuinely want to watch that. I don't want to like listen to it. I want to watch that. Save that.
Twice in a row.
Okay.
One game ain't gonna do shit for me.
I got you.
I need to see it 2 or 3 times before I start to feel like they're starting to figure it out. But
okay.
One game, cool. It's good. Get that monkey off your back from losing streak. But you still got more to prove.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you for hanging out with us today. We appreciate you as always. Be sure to join us tomorrow. We'll have a pregame show.
I just joined the stream and they just end. It's all cool.
Beautiful home, and we're here with Cleopatra. Who are you?
All right, Patrick CC, Lil.
to little Hendrix in your holidays.
57. Tim Legler, Legs, as he periodically does, stops by the Brooklyn studio, and we chop it up. The great thing about Legs, and the great thing about RJ as well, when we have them on, we can evergreen things. So I took a trip to Vail for a few days to ski with my family, called the Christmas game yesterday in Denver. I'm recording this on December 26th. I am very under the weather, and I apologize for any raspiness in my voice or any future coughs that may happen during this intro. But Legs and I recorded this before I left on the 19th. Really touch on some high-level, big-picture stuff across the NBA as we did last time. The thing I love about Legs is his just intensity about the game of basketball. And him and I look at things differently, but the same. And I'm just always, I texted him afterwards. I always enjoy having these conversations with him. And it's a real pleasure for us at 342 that he's doing this for us this NBA season. Before we get to Legs and our conversation, I do want to do our DraftKings Sportsbook segment. And I want to talk about the Boston Celtics, who beat the Lakers yesterday fairly handily. Another great performance from a number of their players. Kristaps Porzingis was awesome. Derek White had a great game. The Boston Celtics right now are 15-1 with their starting five. And to me, when they are whole, as of right now, December 26th, to me, they are the best team in basketball. And DraftKings Sportsbook actually reflects that. Boston right now to win the Eastern Conference at plus 155. Bucks next closest at plus 180. Philly at plus 500. Then there's a big drop off. To win the NBA championship right now, Boston the favorites right now at plus 350. The Bucks at plus 380. Nuggets at plus 425. Then there's a drop off. The Boston Celtics are the odds-on favorite at minus 180 to end up with the most regular season wins. Look, I think when they made the trade for Porzingis, I think it changed their team. It changed the dynamic of their team. It allowed Derek White to be elevated to more responsibility, particularly on the offensive end, particularly as a playmaker, particularly in pick and roll. We're going to see some stats here on that. It gave them optionality in terms of how they wanted to play. Again, this is not a high-volume post-up team, but they are one of the highest-volume post-up teams in the NBA this season, and they're scoring extremely efficiently because they're able to hunt matchups. They're able to hunt matchups with Jaylen Brown, with Jason Tatum, with Kristaps Porzingis, and the third thing. Okay,
I'm good. All I gotta do is buff the CPU,
is because of the ability for him to play two-man game with
Jaylen
Brown and Jason Tatum, and in particular, the Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis two-man game on the second side.
And also, this team isn't really that good either
for the Celtics.
Well, they ain't the best.
They get Drew Holiday, and now
they were still scoring good too.
The best defensive backcourt in the NBA, arguably two of the best, if not the best, guard defenders in the NBA in Derek White and Drew Holiday. And so, and then you of course have Al Horford coming off the bench, still doing great things. At 36 years old. So I love this team. I love where they're at. Look, Derek White, we need to talk about this. Because I tweeted out last night after the game, or actually during the game, fourth quarter of the Lakers game. I'm sitting at my brother's house. He lives out here in Denver. He's making dinner for us, Christmas dinner. Kids are in the playroom, and I'm just making an observation. Derek White is an all-star, and based on the reaction to that, I thought I'd get some Celtics fans to be like, "Hey, yay, Derek White for all-star." I thought I'd get some, some pushback. No way he's better than so-and-so. I did not expect the exact reaction I got, which it's interesting to me because I think we need to stop talking in absolutes, and I'm guilty of that too. Derek White is having an all-star level season. Would have been a better comment that I could have made. Derek White should be considered for the all-star game. Would have been a better comment that I should make. However, Derek White outside of, I think, 4 guards right now, has as good a case as anyone.
Over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Has as good a case.
Thanks very much, Kevin. We expect big games for you.
Right now,
how do you put together 4 quarters of excellence like tonight?
Well, I'm just playing off my teammates. I'm not trying to force anything.
Really good
just taking the defense given.
regular season records often lead to multiple All-Stars on that roster. We've seen that a number of times. Boston Celtics come to mind, right? They get 4 guys on: Rondo, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, KG.
They might have 3. They definitely have 3.
Having 3 at a time, and then the KD years having 4 at a time. Detroit Pistons back in the 2000s, San Francisco Spurs with their dynasty getting multiple All-Stars. These things happen. If a team sort of separates itself and their guys are playing at a high level, teams get multiple guys on. And oftentimes, guess what? The 3rd and 4th guy are role players. Okay, so role players make All-Star games. That has been the case throughout time. Good teams are rewarded with multiple All-Stars. I do think, as well as the Celtics are playing right now, they are going to have some separation between them. Maybe not the Bucks, but the Bucks' schedule will get a little bit harder towards the end of January. But All-Star voting will be done by then. So, likely that Boston ends up with multiple All-Stars. Why do I think Derek White is deserving of consideration for an All-Star game? Well, let's just start with the impact on winning, okay? Derek White, when he's on the floor, Boston has outscored opponents by 265 points so far this season. That is 3rd in the NBA. So far, he's only trailing Tyrese Maxey and Nikola Jokic. They are 22-4 with him in the lineup. When we start getting into basic advanced stats, these aren't even really advanced stats. These are just like tracking stats. Like, hey, a guy runs a pick and roll. Did he score? That sort of thing, right? He is 2nd in the NBA, the entire NBA, in points per direct pick. Okay? Tyrese Halliburton, number 1. 2nd in the NBA. There we go. 2nd in the NBA in points per direct touch. If he gets the ball, he's 2nd in the NBA in generating a point. That's pretty good. Top 10 in the NBA on the other end in points per direct touch allowed, meaning if he's guarding someone who touches the ball, he's one of the 10 best guys and not allowing that guy to get a point. He's top 10 in the NBA in field goal percentage allowed as the closest defender. So what you're seeing, let's forget the counting stats. Let's get away from the counting stats, okay? For a second, because we're going to get back to the counting stats. What you're seeing is one of the best two-way players in the NBA impacting winning on the best team in basketball. Okay, that to me is at least the start of some all-star consideration, despite the fact that some people don't think that role players ever make all-star games. Okay, now let's get into some advanced stats. Advanced stats. He's one of 6 or 7 guys in the entire NBA to be 90th percentile in both offensive EPM and defensive EPM. EPM is simply estimated plus minus, which takes out the randomness of a basketball game, garbage time, a hot streak, a cold shooting night. Like it just functions as a way to take away the noise. 90th percentile in both offensive and defensive EPM. He's 7th in the league in estimated plus minus. He's right behind Luka Doncic. 13th in the NBA in win shares, 9th in win shares per 48 minutes. He's 10th in box plus minus. If you took the 8 catch-alls on all these sort of advanced individual metrics, he's 21st overall, 9th best player in the East so far, 5th best guard in the East. He's got a case. He's got a strong case. I, of course, support star players, the guys that are recognized stars, having productive seasons. Of course, they should get all-star consideration. Of course, guys like Trae Young, who's been a monster for the last month, he should probably be in the all-star game. Yeah, okay. Donovan Mitchell, great counting stats. He should probably get all-star consideration. Yeah. You know, the guys to me in the East at the guard position, Maxey, Brunson, Halliburton, Dame. I think those guys are going to be in the all-star game. If I get a media vote this year, I get to vote on the starters, just the 5 starters in each conference. As of right now, not sure who I would vote for out of those 4, but I would vote for 2 of those 4 guys as the starters, okay? There's 12 spots. We all know that. There should be 15. every year until the NBA changes the rule, we're going to put up episode 1 of Islands in the League, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, and why I think there should be 15 roster spots, maybe at least 14. Give us more roster spots for the All-Star game. It's never been harder as a percentage of players to make an All-Star game. So there's 12 spots, 2 backcourt, 3 front court in both the first 10, and then there's 2 wild card. I think you can make a strong case for 15 guys right now in the Eastern Conference on December 26th of getting one of those 12 spots. And a bunch of those spots to me are not really up in the air, right? Joel Embiid's going to be in the All-Star game. Giannis, Jason Tatum, they're going to be in the All-Star game, right? Banchero has a case. Scotty Barnes. I'm not trying to leave anybody out here, okay? There are a bunch of guys. Derek White has as strong of a case as anyone, okay? It should not have been so absolute. Derek White deserves consideration for the All-Star game. Secondly, I do want to say one thing. When I make a take, when I give an opinion, I don't think I'm smarter than anyone. All right, my takes and my opinions are based on, of course, my experience as a player, of being in locker rooms, being in meetings, of watching film, playing this game for 30 years at a high level in high school and AAU, a high level in college, and in the NBA. Okay? It's all based on my experience. All right? It's all.
I don't know why she did that. I don't know why she did
So
that.
based on the fact that, like a lot of you sickos, I consume the NBA nearly 24 hours a day. Well, maybe not 24, because I do sleep 8 hours a day. When I'm not sleeping, I'm consuming the NBA, or I'm coaching my kids, or I'm thinking about basketball. Like, it all comes from that. Do I think I'm not smarter than anyone? I'm not smarter than anyone. I don't think I'm smarter. But part of who I am as a person is just, if I say something, I mean it. I say something, I mean it. If I give an opinion or if I give a take, I mean it. And it's logical and well-reasoned. And some of the reaction to the Derek White should be an all-star, like, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we, like, oh, he's a role player. Can't be an all-star, he's a role player. Derek White is, like, I joke about this now. It's actually hilarious that ESPN left him off the top 100 at this point, coming into the season. Derek White, in that Atlanta series last year, was arguably the best player, like, in that series. Again, I'm not counting stats. Again, counting stats, cool. He was the best player, arguably, in that series. In the playoffs. He was as good in the next 2 series. He was. Can we get away from the counting stats a little bit? Just a little bit. Watch the game. These advanced stats that pop up, like, it's not like the formula for advanced stat just, like, scours the NBA and scours Twitter and says, who's the random player I'm going to put in the top 10 along with Jokic and Shea and Giannis and all these, like, no. Like, they're real stats. And historically speaking, since we've started using these things, they've reflected how good a player is and how much impact he has on winning.
Why is he
not,
missing
like,
that?
Made out of thin air on a whim to troll us. Like, I remember I got into a conversation 4 or 5 years ago about, like, advanced stats. And one of the stats at the time, I won't say which one, but it's, it's now defunct. I'm not going to lie. It's now defunct. But one of the advanced stats at the time for the player metrics said that Nikola Jokic was the best player, was the most impactful player. This was 4 or 5 years ago. This is pre him winning an MVP. And I got in this argument with somebody. I was like, that's interesting, man. I think Jokic is pretty good. I don't know if he's that good, but he's pretty good. And the guy was like, if your stat says that Jokic is the best player, something's wrong with your stat. Interesting. I don't know, man. Guy's been the best or one of the 3 best players in the NBA for like 4 years now. So I think the stat works. All right, this has been another segment presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings Sportsbook is giving new customers an exclusive offer just for NBA fans. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code JJ. New customers can get $150 instantly in bonus bets for betting $5 plus score NBA League Pass on us. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code JJ. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 and up. Age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. League Pass reward issued as promo code to redeem subscription and must be claimed by January 15th, 2024. See DraftKings.com/promos for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gaming resources. Let's get to our conversation with Tim Legler.
Fue un honor para mí que Patrón me pidiera que les ayudara a crear la lata de herencia mexicana de este año. México siempre está conmigo y estoy orgulloso de compartir a México con el mundo. Nos mueve la pasión. Orgullosamente mexicano.
Thanks. Good to see you for the second time this week. We're wearing the same outfit we were earlier in the week.
I don't shower much, so it's fine. It's fine.
So full disclosure here to everyone, I am traveling. I'm leaving on the 21st and getting back on January 2nd, and moving around and obviously working a little bit around Christmas, and we'll be recording some stuff on the 26th as well. So we decided to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone in this scenario with the Old Man and the 3 Things and the Old Man and the 3. So we are recording this on the 19th. I actually want to start with a conversation around Joel Embiid because I've tried to acknowledge how fucking good this guy has been this season.
Yeah.
Better even, specifically offensively, I think better even than he was in previous years when he won the MVP and came in second 2 times in a row. He is dominating. And this stretch that he's been on, where he's scoring 36 plus, 38, 40, and sitting out the 4th quarter. Now, granted, and we're going to get into this a little later, but granted, some of those games were against the Pistons and the Wizards. But can't deny the greatness. And I feel like some of the conversation, we're falling into the same trap that we had around Giannis in 19 and 20 and around Jokic in 22 and 23, which is like ignoring the greatness and just saying, until he wins, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Is that doing basketball a disservice, much less Joel Embiid?
First of all, I agree that I think he's making us numb to it a little bit. All right, and that's not necessarily doing him a favor in the national conversation about what he's doing right now. To put in perspective, in the month of December right now, the guy's averaging 40, 13, and 6 in 33 minutes. Right? So and here's the thing. I personally thought, I know how great he is, but I thought I'd seen the best he can be. Like, he's done it for how many years? He's kind of at that age. There's no uptick from what we've seen. He's just going to be that good for a while until at some point, he slows down or injuries get him or something down the road, like several years down the road. I didn't see this another step for him to take, and he's significantly better than he has been the last couple of years when he's, right there in the race for MVP. Coming down the stretch of the season. It's a very short list of guys. He's been that much better because it's that easy for him right now.
You can just tell how much.
And part of it is their team. I think they've got a good rhythm to what they're doing offensively. I think he's got great chemistry with Maxey.
It's just he's got more space to do what he wants, and the timing of what they're running and when he's getting the ball, he seems so comfortable that this is just completely his show, and there's no answer for it. The combination of power and touch don't really make a lot of sense. It defies what I know about biomechanics.
Yeah.
For a guy to be that powerful, that big, and have that kind of touch and finesse. So, yeah, it's off the charts, insane what he's doing right now, and it's like we are kind of like numb to these numbers because he doesn't have that thing at the end that Giannis eventually got, that Jokic got. And now I think Embiid is going to be part of that narrative. It's great, man. It's great. Big numbers. Yeah, we've seen it before. Hasn't won. And a lot of people don't necessarily think they can this year because you've got two teams in the East that most people think are better. So, yeah, I agree with you. That conversation is very similar to what we heard about Giannis and Jokic.
The point you brought up about the combination of power and touch, whenever I've done a Philly game, I call it like, oh, Joel has decided to go into mash mode, which is where he's just going to overpower you, and he's going to get deep position on a seal, or he's going to rim run early, or he's going to get an offensive rebound and just out physical you. And then the combination of that with just the feathery touch from the elbow and the footwork. Giannis, I don't want to necessarily compare players, but I'm saying like with Giannis, it's a lot of power and speed and agility and some of the best footwork in NBA history. His ability to get out and transition after a defensive rebound and score. Him and LeBron right now, I think, are the top two in transition points. And then there's Jokic, who definitely still has that power and touch combo. I just think physically Joel is maybe a little bit, stronger. Maybe a little. I don't know. Maybe a little. But those two guys, I think, have that combination that I don't know that we've really seen a ton of that in the NBA.
No, I love that.
Power and touch.
Yeah,
right?
Totally. And I honestly think for Embiid, in terms of just getting a guy on your back in the low post and really having absolutely no answer for what to do in that situation, I think this is the most dominant back to the basket low post player in that setting since Shaq.
Yeah.
I think that's the best comparison because
like
he literally just throws guys around and he gets them sealed and there's nothing they can do but foul him. And so he's got that, but then he's got that mid-range area that he operates in that's more like a small forward, right? That he can get up into his shot from 15 to 18 feet off the bounce and elevate over guys and shoot with that feathery touch. Giannis, it's like I always say he's a center with straight-ahead speed coming at you because ultimately he's going to score like a center. He's going to score at the rim.
Leads the league in paid points.
Overwhelm you that way, like the dominant centers in this league have. But he's not starting down there. He's starting with a live handle coming at you at straight out of speed, right? In these giant strides. So it's totally different. But he's not going to beat you like a small forward in the middle of the floor. He's not going to beat you like a Kevin Durant kind of player.
Right,
like,
with a step back elbow jumper
that
Joel hits.
Like Joker. And that's why there's
Joker, yeah.
It's just an incredible thing to watch what he's doing right now. And actually, for him, what I'm really enjoying, he seems to be having a hell of a lot of fun.
100%
with this group, and that's been refreshing too. The body language has been better. He doesn't get down when things aren't going right because I think there's just a better buoyancy to them. So, no, man, like catch it now because it's like you're penciling in ridiculous numbers right now for this guy pretty much every night, and the efficiency with levels he's doing it. So you have to check this show out now.
Are you looking to elevate your life in 2024? I know I am. The new year is an awesome time to shake things up and improve your life, which is why I recommend picking up a bottle of Smart Water Alkaline to keep you hydrated and motivated into the new year. One of my New Year's resolutions, drink more water with added pH level, added antioxidants, and electrolytes for taste. And not to mention, the bottle looks amazing. So get yourself psyched for 2024 with Smart Water Alkaline and pick yourself up a bottle as soon as you can and get ready to tackle the new year. You will thank me later. Smart Water Alkaline is available at a store near you. It's the most wonderful time of the year, which means it's the most busy time of year. Traveling, presents, big meals, grandma's house. It can be chaotic, which is why everyone should take a drink. Them, Giannis. I made the comparison, obviously very different players, but I made the comparison. I think Giannis is this generation. He's the modern day Shaq, like in terms of the will to just get to the rim over and over and over again. And, you know, Joel does that to an extent at times, and I think the two of them are because they can overpower you, because of their physicality, ultimately that leads to a lot of free throws, which is, I think, part of the reason, a small part of the reason, beyond just the playoff stuff, that there's so much, at times it seems like negativity towards Joel, because he's been called a foul merchant, because there's montage videos on Twitter of him, you know, taking a bump, slight bump, and acting and falling. So I think, and Harden went through that too. Think about when Harden was at his peak with Houston. All that stuff. It's just like the constant complaining about the foul drawing. I think some of that factors into this discussion around Joel Embiid. One thing I find very interesting is, this has never been said publicly, of course, but like, I think to a degree, there was a sense that Harden helped Joel get the
no, I thought that was Chris Middleton.
Right? Because of that two-man game, it was very proficient and efficient in that pick and roll. And the ability for Harden to just come off the screen, throw a little bounce pocket pass, Joel at the elbow, bang, right? It was part of the conversation. For him to just come back the next year and be like, oh, now we put the ball in Maxey. He was a great player, but now I've elevated Maxey. For me too, I played there. It was like, I get to play two-man with Joel. Oh, my game's going to be better. Right. He made me a better player. The one point I want to make that I just, it hit me this morning when I was prepping for this. It was like, we have talked about a number of players over the last 5 years. And we have certainly given flowers to a number of players. And there's been a guy like Steph Curry, who was the best player on a championship team in 22, still playing at an all-time level. Kevin Durant, LeBron, Luka Magic,
why would
Shea,
I throw that like that, bro?
course.
Why is he so fast?
It's like, who right now are the three most dominant players in the league? Again, it's Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid.
Yeah, exactly.
They are the three most dominant players in the league, again, for what seems like the fourth or fifth straight year.
Yeah, three bigs, three basically 7-footers.
Maybe the third straight year for sure. Maybe I'm stretching, but definitely for the third straight year.
Three consecutive years. Those are the three guys you're talking about. It's interesting because they're. I mean, Giannis isn't a center, but he's got the dimensions of a center. The other two guys are centers, but look at the way that they play and the versatility with which they play, and that's what kind of separates them. By the way, it's a 7-game sample size. I understand for December. I talked about what he's averaging. Look, my best splits in any year were 52, 52, 85. 1 year I did that. Pretty proud of that.
That's fire.
Embiid is right now just a notch under 40 from the three, or he's at 60, 40, 90.
Oh my God, I made
in
it.
December. So he's going 40, 13, and 6 while going 60, 40, 90 splits. 60, 40, 90 has never been done in the history of the league. Probably never will be done. I don't know if he can, I don't know, maybe he is.
Great shot selection right now. Keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Selection right now. Keeping the game simple.
My best splits in any year were 52, 52, 85. 1 year I did that. Pretty proud of that.
That's fire.
Embiid is right now just a notch under 40 from the three, or he's at 60, 40, 90.
Oh my God, I made
in
it.
December. So he's going 40, 13, and 6 while going 60, 40, 90 splits. 60, 40, 90 has never been done in the history of the league. Probably never will be done.
Shit.
Crowder is out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Payne in at the one. Here's Middleton going inside. The shocker of the 2023 trade deadline. Kevin Durant moving to the Suns.
The shocker of the summer. Shooting from Milwaukee. Now they have a main trio when you add him with KD and
Maybe he is. Maybe he ends up over 40.
I think Durant either was right there or did it last year, but games played, he didn't qualify. I want to say, we'll fact check that. But yeah, it's the offensive efficiency. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. What to you? Because I think why this is a conversation, why I started this conversation, is because Giannis did win in 21. Because Jokic did win in 23. And now we've sort of moved past the nonsense of the regular season, and we can just acknowledge the greatness. And it's like you have to prove it now. For whatever reason, you have to prove it now to sort of be considered
missing so much?
A great, right?
Yeah.
Does it take a championship for Philly this year for us to at least give a little bit more credit to Joel? Like, what does it take? Does it take a championship in a Finals MVP, or is it 3 dominant performances and a conference final loss? Is it getting to the what does it take? And in the context, I bring it up almost every time. Maybe one time, Philly fans, I'm sorry I didn't bring it up when I talked about Joel's playoff performance. He has been hurt damn near every playoff run, whether it's been a knee, a fractured face. Like, he's been hurt. And there was a Twitter user that did some study on astrological signs and why Joel gets hurt in April. But I don't believe all that. Yeah. But what would it take?
I think winning it, unfortunately for him, and I think that's for the mainstream conversation. I don't think that's for guys like us. Like, we already are kind of acknowledging it. And here's the thing with Embiid, I mean, you have to be realistic about who you have to get past. For Giannis, they were the #1 overall seed in the NBA 2 years in a row when he won MVPs, and they lost both times. They lost to Toronto, they lost to Miami. Toronto was more a shift in what Toronto did defensively in that series, and it really exposed Giannis and their team a little bit because they didn't know how to beat that. It wasn't really a set zone, but they were basically playing one guy at the top, 2 guys at the elbows.
Yeah,
bro, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm just not.
Beat them, and he wasn't prepared to do that at that point. Go from up 2-0, they lose 4 straight. Miami injuries played a factor. Giannis missed, I think, a game and a half in that series, but I still don't know that they win the series. So I think for him, the expectation level is, wait a second, you had the best team in the regular season. You're supposed to win it if you're the best player in the league. So he was kind of carrying that weight. And then, of course, obviously, year 3 of that run, they don't get the #1 seed, and I don't think they were trying to. And he has a healthy run and drops a 50 in the biggest game of his life, and they win their championship. For Joel, it's like, let's be realistic here. Are they going to be picked to beat Boston or Milwaukee in the second round or the conference finals, if that's what we're talking about? I don't think they will be. So people, I think, maybe he'll get another pass in that way. He won't be judged as harshly as Giannis. Based on the year he's having, it getting to the second round and taking one of those teams to the limit, and you play close to your regular season norm, that's what it's going to take, I think, for Embiid to not take any hits. If they get to the second round, they play Milwaukee or Boston, they lose in 5 or 6 games, he averages 19, really struggle, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying something like that. Now people kind of go, okay, I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt anymore about these regular season numbers. That's kind of where he's at right now. So maybe it takes beating one of those teams, maybe losing in the other to the conference finals, but you play the same way statistically that you did in the regular season, but you're just not as good as that team.
Yeah. And by the way, and I should have said this at the outset, I'm not saying this conversation around Embiid isn't justified.
Yeah.
Because we had a conversation where we talked about, basically which players could end up in the top 15 of all time. And look, one of the things that all those guys have in common, they've won a championship.
Yep.
And most of them have won multiple finals MVPs or multiple championships and multiple regular season MVPs. So there is a different qualification to get into that tier. I guess what bothers me at times is how dismissive people are towards what he's doing because it hasn't happened in the playoffs, right? And I just, fundamentally, I just like being appreciative of basketball and great basketball, whether that's a regular season game or the playoffs.
Yeah.
And certainly the playoffs matter more. I'm not saying that. Like, playoffs definitely matter more. I experienced it. They matter more. But let's just love it. Let's love what we're seeing right now. Speaking of playoffs, you and I have been sort of spitballing around this for a while. The idea around the proficient offenses of today and the old adage that defense wins championships. Can you just be an elite team and go deep in the playoffs? Can you just be an elite offensive team and win a championship? Because offenses are so good now. I mean, I've got data here. I've been working on this, for a few days. The offensive rating across the league in terms of best, worst, average, just keeps climbing and climbing. And so I think to a degree, you have to be able to score, especially in the half court. And you still have to be able to defend. And so I think there's a couple ways to look at this. But what are your sort of general thoughts about today's NBA?
Oh my God.
The offensive efficiency off the charts and how that translates to potentially winning it all.
So here's the thing. You clearly have to be a great offensive team to win it all. Now, your defense isn't going to carry the day, and you're just an average to above average offensive team, because you have to get to like certain numbers. The way that the game is set up, the number of threes taken, just the sheer proficiency and raw data say you're going to have to get to a certain number. So defensively, then, what do you have to be? I don't necessarily think anymore that you have to be like a team that we look at and watch through data and through the eye test and say, that's an elite defensive team. That's a great defensive team. They have a chance to win it because of that defense. Because I don't think the defenses in general have the level of impact on these great offenses that they used to. So, can you be defensively and win a championship? No, I don't think you can be. Can you be adequate and be able to ramp it up, like when you need to, for a stretch in a game? It's important. We have to be connected right here for the next 4 minutes to get this win in a big spot in the playoff series. So adequate and above, and then be able to like dial it up when you need to. You have to at least be that in addition to being a great offensive team. I think that combination, but the notion that you have to be like this team that's suffocating and just locked down and shut you down defensively, I just don't think you need to have that to win a championship now.
I have a point I want to make on that, but I want to go back to something you just said.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Defenses don't have the impact they used to on offenses. Why is that? And I don't think it's one reason. I think it's a number of reasons. Okay. Why is that?
First reason I would say...
How do I keep making this, bro?
This conversation comes up, and it always falls into the older school mentality, new school mentality.
Let's be reasonable.
Let's be flat out honest here. Yeah. There are more highly skilled shot makers in the...
After review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
In the... Locked down offensive team. I think that combination, but the notion that you have to be like this team that's suffocating and just locked down and shut down defensively, I just don't think you need to have that to win a championship.
I have a point I want to make on that, but I want to go back to something you just said.
Oh my God, what
Defenses don't have the impact they used to on offenses. Why is that? And I don't think it's one reason. I think it's a number of reasons. Okay. Why is that?
First reason I would say...
How do I keep making this, bro?
This conversation comes up, and it always falls into older school mentality, new school mentality.
Let's be reasonable.
Let's be flat out honest here. Yeah. There are more highly skilled shot makers
and now we
in
take
the...
a listen in to a recent huddle from Frank Vogel. Okay, our offense will come and go.
in the league than there ever been, by a mile. Look at the guys on these rosters, up and down the roster, that have added a handle, that have added a slide step three, a step back three, a catch and shoot three. There are just more shot makers on rosters, and so the floor's spread, the spacing's different. More guys are taking shots that they can make from distance. And so as a result, Like, you can't funnel the ball to as many places defensively and end up in the hands of a non-scorer, which really helps your defense out, right? That used to be the case. There were guys on the floor that served a specific role on the other end to guard people and were a liability offensively. You have far fewer of those in the NBA than you've ever had. Even those guys now that you identify and say, that's a defensive-minded player. He's on this roster mainly because of what he can do defensively. Those dudes are making shots now at a higher level than ever. So defensively, you can't really game plan to try to force the ball in certain places. You're going to be okay because there's too many guys on the court that have too much skill as shot makers. For me, that would be the first reason I would list as to why defenses have less of an impact now.
Okay. I'm glad you went there, and I think it's important. Because one of the things that I've been talking a lot about with different people, and I brought it up on the broadcast the other day when Austin Reeves hit a step-back three at the end of the shot clock. Primary ball handlers and primary scorers now having the ability to make threes off the dribble, and not just in pick and roll, but in isolation at an efficient clip. Call it 35% or more. That's good offense in the half court, right? That's 1.05 points per possession in the half court. I'm living with that.
Dude,
so that, to me, is a big part of all of this. Whether it's Luka, Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton, who, we're going to get into him in a second, but, going into that Lakers game for the IST championship, number one in the league in effective field goal percentage on shooting jump shots off the dribble. Like, that, to me, is his vision's great. He's been great finishing. He's been great on drives. Obviously, teams are now forcing him left. We'll get into that in a second. But that, to me, is what has unlocked this level of stardom or superstardom, whatever you want to call it. I said superstar, but whatever. That, to me, is important in all of this. That Trae Young and Jalen Brunson and all these guys can make threes off the bounce and not just in pick and roll.
It's a great point, because now there's even less ability to stop it, right? Because you're not, it used to be if you had guys that were really dangerous in that way, catch and shoot threes, whatever, you go face guard, you go play high side, you try to prevent them from getting in the first place. These guys are coming up the floor with it. They already have it, right? And they're going to be a threat from pretty much anywhere on the floor, either as an ISO, step back, or any brush screen, ball screen, and they get any space. The range that they have, how deadly they are. Combined with, we talk about pace all the time. Here's another reason I think defenses have less of an impact. Early shots are more accepted by NBA teams as part of their strategy and what they're looking for. So you've now taken, it used to be like that first 8-10 seconds sometimes was more valued. Right, exactly. Pounding it up there, get guys organized. Now we're going to go run our action. That's not the case anymore. Now, it's not only advanced quicker, whoever gets it with any daylight whatsoever has the freedom to go ahead and take that shot. So it just puts more pressure on you defensively in the first place to be super connected. Running back, cross matches are a problem. Miscommunications are a problem because the ball's going to be advanced to a guy that can make a shot and has the license to take it. And the freedom and the confidence of his coaching staff and his teammates to go ahead and let that thing go. So I think that also makes it more difficult for defenses to really have that impact. Now, look, you still have teams that you watch sometimes and go, man, they are really getting after it right now. Minnesota's at the top of the list for me right now and watching them. Boston at times can really look that way. And some of the teams that we're talking about, Denver can look that way sometimes. But in general, I'm not watching games and going, man, how are they going to operate against this defense? And this is the defense suffocating. Yeah. You don't feel that as much. Because even the top defensive teams, JJ, like, you're still going to see like a 40-point quarter against them.
Right.
Right? And
there's some shot variancy to the amount of three-pointers taken, right?
That's a big part of it.
Yeah, for sure. You're gonna have those sort of anomaly games, I like to call them. But you bring up Minnesota, by the way. One thing with them, because outside of Conley, they're starting five, positional size. And when they bring Alexander Walker off the bench, positional size. So they have positional size in nearly every position, depending on the lineup. And I'm going to get into some lineup stuff in a second. But I want to stay on this for a second, because you brought up something, and I think this is important too. Having the non-scorer, the non-skilled player on the court, which used to exist even when I played.
Absolutely.
And I remember there would be games where if you're guard, I'm not going to name the players, but I can think of two off the
I know
top of
what
my
you're
head.
talking about.
If you're guarding this guy, you are essentially in help on every pick and roll. Doesn't matter where he is, you're taking the roller. If the ball goes into the post or so-and-so is ISO'd, you're
standing with the
like, you're just going. You're doubling. And there's no rotation to the non-scorer. You get back to him. We did that in the playoff series.
Oh, yeah.
We did that in the playoff series for 7 games. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, those they're few and far between. They're few and far between.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And on that point, look, I think this is one of the reasons that Golden State struggled against the Lakers and why their starting 5 is struggling this year. To a degree, I think you can't play, and Draymond has shot well this year, but let's call him for what he has been for most of his career. He's a non-shooter, right? Not a high-volume guy,